Hello everyone and happy Friday. For today's build, I did it based off a picture found on Pinterest. Turns out that was a home in GTA 5, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if it was Franklin or Lamar. I read those two names. Not familiar with the game personally. I played a bit, but I never. That's the thing when I play games. I really, especially in a free world like that, I'm not gonna do the story or the main game. I'm gonna much more rather like all those side quest specs. So I didn't necessarily play it. Not that I'm a big player of GTA anyway, but yeah. So in case you guys are wondering where this place is curious or looks familiar, that's the reason. I didn't follow along exactly how it is, just because I would have to look up. Like it wasn't a replication kind of thing. It was more of inspiration. I looked at a few photos and I went based off that and created my layout. But other than that, so it's kind of similar, but not exact. Because I also did the garage out in the back that I turned into a little auto shop. So I did do that just to keep the core of the build, I guess you can say. And yeah, as you hear, I did not stick to this wallpaper. I did end up changing it just because my original plan was make it run down and fit the GTA aesthetic. But I just felt that it didn't really. I mean, this neighborhood doesn't look like it would be. I mean, not that that matters. You could have homes of different, obviously, conditions. But I just felt that having just like a nice family home would be fun to add. So that's what I had and did. It's a total of 3 beds and 3 baths. For the interior design part of it, I definitely wanted to make it seem like obviously a family home, like I mentioned, but I try to give it a bit of life into it using colors and that sort. I also try to put as much personality as I could into the rooms as well. There's the one like preteen bedroom, the other one's more like it's like a high school, college kind of age, but. And then the main bedroom is obviously the main bedroom is for the guardian. But originally their layout for the main bedroom was very just long and rectangular. And it was very hard to figure out what to put with that. So I ended up switching out the floor plan there, which you'll see me do later on. But for now, this here is the auto shop place that I did. I just did it just because I wanted to keep it, like I said, keep what the inspiration photo had. I'm pretty sure, I think I did that on my own. I don't know what the actual garage is in the reference photo. I just know it has one. So I did that, and just considering GTA and then obviously the fixing up the cars and modeling and paints or whatever, I figured might as well do that. So that's what I had and did. Also loaded up not really put that much, but I put a few cars out in front in the pavement or driveway, just so I can bring that through. And you see here, I still had in mind to have this rundown home, and yeah, I felt that I'm glad I changed that out because I feel like it was kind of boring with the colors. I will say, it doesn't really bring any life to the build. I mean, there is, it could definitely add some overgrown grass and everything, but I just figured having something more welcoming would be, and looks like it's actually been taken care of, would be a much better fit. But yeah. That was my plan for that. I also realized as I was building this that because I've built one lot, and that is the one across this one here. I did like a few residential homes. I'm forgetting, not trailer homes, but I did, I'm forgetting the name, but you know, those lots with multiple houses on it. That's the kind of thing I did in that build. So I was thinking of like building the world of Del Sol Valley, but then I realized I didn't ever finish building Copperdale. So yeah, I have like 2 builds left. It's the houses, they're like right next to each other as well. But what I'm gonna do is just the cabin and lake house. I've been going back and forth with it, trying to figure out how to, like, how I want it to look. I don't know why the lake house is such a hard, like, thing for me to get inspiration from. I don't really have any ideas, or nothing really fits right. And that's the kind of thing that when you're building, I feel like you guys know, as you're, especially in any creative process, just building something or creating something, and you know, have that is not good enough or it could be better. And that's something I actually struggled when doing this build here. Just because I didn't have time this week to get in this video. I did wanted to upload a video just so I can stick to it, my schedule as best as I possibly can. And yeah, so I was definitely built this on a time constraint. It was done all in one day. Not like my usual building process. I do it over the span of days. So I think that kind of, I don't want to say pressure, but that definitely didn't go. That was a challenge. Not to say it didn't go well, because I do like the end of the build. I think that's the thing about building. It's important to, because obviously when you, like, artists have their own touch and things that make it recognizable to them. But I figured that I don't have to be in love with everything I build. And I feel like that was something I had to get over, just because I'm a perfectionist a bit, I will admit. And I but I just feel that if you're a perfectionist, I'm sure you understand the standards we hold to ourselves, for whatever reason that is. Well, I know, but anyway, about the standards, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, so I figured it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to be in love with it. But I think that also, how this is a different kind of build that I'm used to doing, or decoration I'm used to doing, I feel like that makes me like it, just because I'm bringing like color and life and looks real, if that makes sense. So I figured that definitely helped with this build. I definitely got inspired by rooms and stuff that I've grown up with and things I've seen. Obviously, that's what keeps it realistic, is using things I am familiar with. So whether or not I'm subconsciously, building things a certain way. But yeah, it's definitely fun, because I like the preteen's bedroom. I never had a room like that, but I know it's pretty popular style. Once you see it, the like 2010s bright walls, purples and blues, animal patterns, more specifically zebras. So that's the kind of style I went for. I never had that. I did have blue walls in my room, so it's kind of like what I wanted to do. I did the, obviously the very loud colors in the room. I figured that would be nice to do, just because nowadays I feel like a lot of people have noticed it too, that the world is kind of losing its color. When we see buildings, they're always this gray, and they've lost, there's just not much color. So I figured I definitely wanted to bring color into this build and bring character as well into each of the rooms. And that, in a way, made me like the end result. Because at first I was, I figured it had to be perfect. But the lived-in and personality look definitely brings it together for me. And yeah, now we're on to the kitchen. The kitchen, personally, is my favorite room of the build. I tend to like the kitchens. I'm not sure if that's in real life. I myself the kitchen's like the room I am probably in the most, second to obviously the room. But yeah, for this one I definitely wanted to have it seem like they own some kind of business or cooking thing, so I definitely wanted to have a lot of counter space and all that stuff. I also did some, what is that item? I think it's a dine out item. Also, I did not limit myself when it came to pack, so this build is going to be quite pack heavy. But yeah, I did that dine out shelving with all those like buckets of food and stuff, just to make it look like, you know, they hold events or maybe they do catering and stuff of that sort. I definitely want that to come across, as well as the auto shop. So they have a businesses here at home. But yeah, what else did I do? Yeah, the more I look at the kitchen, the more I love it. I just like the colors of it. I try to make it look, or try to not make it look, but have it have plenty of color. And then this is the room I think I did it best with. The one I struggled with is the living room, and I don't think we get to that yet. I think we'll get to it soon, but yeah, I don't think it's next. But the living room, I don't know why I was struggling so much to do the living room. I don't know, I just felt that it was not necessarily plain or boring. It just felt very simple, to say the least. But yeah, it definitely wasn't my favorite room. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I love the kitchen. What else did I do? I also changed the flooring. As you see, this wood floor, I went for that lighter brown. While I did like it, for whatever reason, I changed it to a darker brown, like just more brown to match the door frames and siding. Not siding. What is that framed? Wood frames in the bottom of the walls. I can't. The word is leaving me at the moment, but that's the wood tone I went with, and I probably could have kept with that lighter wood tone. Looking at it, it doesn't really bother me, but yeah, I definitely struggled. I don't know what we're doing here, but yeah, definitely could have kept it for sure. Okay, that was a long pause. I thought I edited it out because I remember when I was doing this, I got distracted. I was thinking about it. I haven't watched this week's episode of The Pit yet. I need to catch up on shows. I'm watching 3 shows right now that are at least ongoing. But I'm sorry, had to take a quick break. But for the shows I was watching, I think that's where I left off. Are JJK, the anime, Frieren, another anime, and then The Pit. Those are my shows I'm ongoing watching. But yeah, I've been like excited every Thursday just to watch, because in my time, the anime comes out at 9 a.m. So, and I feel like this is the room I want to talk about, of the children's bedroom that has that bright in color. We really went through that fast. But yeah, those are the shows I'm currently watching. So I think I was distracted watching some, I don't remember which one, but yeah. Now here's the living room, and before we move on to it, I don't know, now looking at it, it fits. I mean, definitely feels that like very homely, I guess I would describe it as. But I don't know why, I just felt that. Maybe because everything else is very colorful, and then also sizing of the room. Maybe that's why I wasn't sure of it. Don't know what it is, but looking at it, it's not a problem at all. But yeah. Alright, now we have the quick layout change that I did, because you see the rectangular room was just way too long. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This video definitely came out later than I anticipated, but hope you enjoy the video tour, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.